Okay, today we will be learning about the laboratory procedure of sodium dodecyl sulfate polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis. For that, you need to have a protein sample, and in this case, in today's case, we will isolate the protein sample, or we will use the protein sample present in the serum of blood. Okay, that is an animal blood which we will collect, and we will do accordingly in order to isolate the serum. And finally we will put the serum into electrophoresis and to see what are the different proteins present in the serum sample. Okay, now this video was prepared from very old photographs of 2008, and all the photographs were clicked by my friend Dr. Subhankar Ghorai, and we will begin with this. In the beginning, you will have your blood sample, and from the blood sample you will isolate the required amount of serum. You will just keep the blood as it is, and you will have the serum sample. Now in the lab there should be all required chemicals present, and you have to follow the PDF file which have already been given to you for the chemicals and their procedure, how you have to prepare them. In the lab all the chemicals should be ready, and just before the electrophoresis you have to prepare only two things. The stock solution of polyacrylamide will be ready, and you will be pouring those in order to produce the stacking gel and the resolving gel. As you already know, there will be two different types of gels in the electrophoresis procedure. The first one will be the stacking gel, and then it will be the resolving gel. That means you have to pour the resolving gel first, and then you have to pour the stacking gel. Okay, the stacking gel is for what? Since different molecular weights of proteins will be present, so in the beginning you have to stack all the proteins together, like you do while arranging your books. What you do, you take all the books all together, and then put it in the table in such a way that all the books becomes in same plane. That means you label all the books together. Then you keep the bundle of the books in somewhere in some safe place on the table. You understood? This is called stacking. So you do the stacking first of the protein. Subsequently you do the resolving on the basis of molecular weight. You already know sodium dodecyl sulfate polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis is done in order to isolate proteins on the basis of their molecular weight. Okay, now after all the chemical reagents are there in your lab, you will be starting preparing one by one. If you see closely, you will have the electrophoresis power supply unit, which will provide the power supply to your electrophoresis chamber while electrophoresis will be going on. Then you will have all other reagents. The reagents will also be there. And the reagents will be like this. You will have your TREACE buffer, then you will have TMAD, TEMAD, then you will also have APS, ammonium persulfate. You will have your pipettes, you will have your electrophoresis assembly, then you will have acrylamide stock solution, you will have your tracking dye as well. So you need to have all these things ready in your lab, and then you should proceed with your electrophoresis. In the beginning you have to prepare all other solutions. That means what? You have to add a required amount of acrylamide and bisacrylamide. You have to add the ammonium persulfate, and you have to add TMAD. In a given the recipe is already been given to you in your PDF. If you see clearly, it will be there. Acrylamide as in bisacrylamide undergo a chain reaction in order to polymerize those. So when acrylamide, a monomer, binds with the dimer bisacrylamide in a chain reaction kind of fashion, which is initiated by aluminum persulfate. Aluminum persulfate provides the free radical in order to kickstart the polymerization, and once the polymerization is started, it should be in a controlled fashion, and the controlling is done by the TMAD. for this TMID, APS, and for this SDS, sodium dodecyl sulfate, for all the three chemicals, the chemistry is already given to you in your PDF, and the structure of all these molecules along with their IUPAC nomenclature is also been given. Now, after you complete your reagent preparation, you have to go for the next step. That is the assembly of your acrylamide SDS page assembly. Now, this is the comb, and this is the what shall we say, the main block where the gel will be formed. You have to clean them in a nice way so that there is no other things, no previous experiments. Now you have to assemble your electrophoresis chamber like this. There will be two clamps in one right side and the left side. You can also see the electrodes also. Now once you do this thing assembly, you have to start the power supply. Before power supply, you have to apply this thing. Now this is the ready assembly. Now here, these are the wells where you can add your reagents or the proteins. Now protein should be pre-treated by means of a lysis buffer so that all the proteins remain in their primary structure and receives uniform amount of SDS so that all of them becomes negatively charged. As you know, the proteins are having different charges, but once you add sodium dodecyl sulfate in them, all proteins becomes what? Negatively charged. Now this is how you have to add your samples. On the lanes there are the wells where you have to add your samples. Remember, you have to add bromophenol blue as a tracking dye, because the protein is also, as you have seen, the protein is also a colorless material, and the buffer which is present in this thing chamber is also colorless. So in order to track whether your proteins are there or not, whether they have come out of the chamber or not, you need to have the tracking dye, that is bromophenol blue. That is entirely different from the Kumasi brilliant blue that we'll use later on. Now this is how the electrophoresis will start. Once you keep everything ready and start the power supply, then you have to wait for some time. It depends on the size of the gel, the amount of protein, the kind of protein you have given. In a mini gel preparation, it will be hardly 1 hour, 1.5 hours, but in bigger gels there will be more waiting for you. Now this is the power supply, how you have kept the power supply on, and the proteins will be coming down. Now once your electrophoresis is over, the protein will come down. In the last slide it was in the top, now in this slide it is in the down. Now once your electrophoresis is done, you have to do coloration by coloring agent, that is Kumasi brilliant blue along with some acids. You will put in a tray and which will be rotating constantly so that the protein will get colored by the Kumasi brilliant blue. Then you have to do destaining, because all the gel will be completely blue colored, but you need only the proteins to be seen, so you have to do decoloration. Now this gel that I prepared when I was a student, it is not nicely decolored also, and more coloration you can see on this thing, protein gels. Now these are the bands, and this is the what do you call reporter in the sense the tracking dye, or the shall I say the marker protein, in which here the protein's molecular weight we already know, but here we do not know what is the molecular weight. On the basis of the extrapolation, what we will do is we will do the identification of which kind of protein is there. Now I was fortunate that I worked in that lab, and just behind to me you can see an HPLC material. This is the HPLC assembly which we will talk you later. Thank you.